Hello everyone and welcome to this week's weekly wear. Where I just tried testing out a foundation that is not the product I'm testing in this video, and it was all sorts of the wrong color. Let's just say it matched my shirt better than it matched my skin, so I'm actually gonna try out a different one for this week. And it's this one right here. This is the SunnyDays Tower 28 SPF 30 Tinted Sunscreen Foundation. I was super excited when I saw this pop up on Sephora's new page for foundations because I love their facial mist, the one that balances the pH levels. You know, it's obviously not perfect. Got a couple hormonal blemishes from being on my period, but either way, I love that stuff, so I was really, gunning for this tinted moisturizer. I hope it's gonna work well. I don't know how, but it's got fantastic reviews so far. This was like just released last week, but for a fluid ounce of product, it is $30. There are 14 different shades available, and it looks like since it's supposed to be, a tinted moisturizer, it should be flexible throughout a lot of different skin colors, and it looks like there are quite a few to choose from, The deeps and mediums are certainly represented here, same with the lights, the pale shades, the fair shades. It looks like there's maybe only one or two, so that's a bummer, but there you go. A decent shade range for sure. But basically this is supposed to be a 2-in-1 fragrance-free mineral sunscreen foundation with light to medium buildable coverage and a natural finish that's safe for sensitive or problematic skin. Yay, I feel so heard. It's good for acne and blemishes. It's reef-safe SPF, vegan, clean at Sephora. It's not only going to protect us against the sun, but also from blue light pollution. And yeah, it's really gonna protect the skin and also even out the color of our skin. Fragrance-free, alcohol-free, non-greasy, non-white cast, and non-oxidizing. Fabulous. And usage is easy peasy. You can either apply it with your fingertips like a moisturizer or use a beauty blender, sponge, or a brush. Yay, we love options. So here's my skin. I got the shade Melrose. I love the packaging. I love the color contrasts of the lilac, the blood orange, and the bright yellow. It's just very eye-catching, but in a, I don't think it's obnoxious, not obnoxious kind of a way. Again, I love the packaging. Super cute, simple. I'm excited to try it out, so I'm gonna give this a good shaking, even though I don't remember them specifying, but it does sound like it could use a good shaking. I feel like anything with an SPF in it typically needs to be shaken up. I mean, look, I don't know that this does anything, but I just love that applicator. Why? Like I said, I don't know, but I just do. So here we go. Let's see how this does. First with a brush. Doobie-doo. Oh yay, it's not a repeat of the other tinted foundation, tinted moisturizer. I guess it's actually called earlier today. What? English, Cassie. It's your native tongue, let's go. I don't know, they said it was fragrance free. I thought I smelled a fragrance, but maybe my nose has betrayed me. Actually, it looks like a pretty decent shade match for me, so that's exciting. And it does just look really dewy and natural. I mean, certainly not full coverage, wasn't expecting it to be. From things that are tinted moisturizers or whatever, I always expect medium coverage at best, but for the most part, I expect sheer to light coverage. Let's see, the sponge is gonna shear it out, more likely than not, but I just wanna see how this applies. Beautiful. It certainly didn't completely cover the blemish on my nose. Like I said, not expecting it to, but it did pretty dang good. I just want to see if I can build this up a little bit, kind of in the center of my face, but otherwise I feel like this looks really, really nice. Dang, who is she and what's her skincare routine? Not sure that anyone is actually asking those questions, but that looks nice. It looks really natural. Still gave a little bit of coverage, evened things out. It's dewy, but not overtly so. It just looks really, really natural. Really pretty. And I know this is a bad bad Cassie moment. We're supposed to just be testing out the foundation today. Well, I want a little more coverage, okay? I have other things that I'm filming, and I just want to cover up these pimples just a little bit. Ah, I feel better. It was just a little bit, please don't hate me, please. But yeah, I'm super duper pleased, like I said. So I'm gonna get on with it, put on the rest of my makeup, and then I will most likely be seeing you at the very end of the night, pending any disasters happening to my face earlier on in the day. In any case, I'll see you in just a second here. Ready? Ding! Hello everyone, good evening. It's the end of the night here, and I know I haven't been wearing the foundation. I mean, I've been wearing it a fine amount of time. It's one of those things where all of a sudden it just hit me and I'm like, I am exhausted. Like, I can't stop yawning. I need to go to bed. Is it the contacts? Do contacts make me tired? I'm fine. But in any case, I'm ready to take off my makeup and go to bed. That being said, you also do have to take into account today it was just a filming and editing day for me. So like, there hasn't been much activity. So that's probably a huge reason as to why this foundation looks kind of perfect still on my skin. I barely look oily. I mean, granted, fingers crossed that this somehow has mattifying properties in it, or just doesn't have the tendency to get ultra dewy. But in any case, I think where it has faded, it has done so very gracefully, if at all, and overall, it really looks pretty freshly applied. So, like I said, a lot of that has to be taken with a grain of salt, I feel like, but hey, maybe you just have a regular desk job or a stay-at-home job where you don't move your body much. This might be great information for you. In any case, I'm gonna be testing this on a couple more days here where we can see when I'm out and about and moving around, all that good stuff, if it holds up just as well as with my glasses, with different primers, all that good stuff. I'm excited to do so with you guys, and excited just in general, because like I said, I think this looks and feels fantastic. It has been lightweight, very, 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 very comfy so far. So fingers crossed it continues to do well. I will let you all know the results in just a second here. Ready? Ding! Hello everyone, good evening. It's the end of the night here on day 3 of testing, and I've got results for you. You interested? Let me tell you. For day 2, I went ahead and I used my Smashbox Hydrating Primer because I very clearly have some dermatillomania blemishes, and I wanted to hydrate the healing dry bits. And I also used my Mercier concealer. It's a pretty natural but still semi-full coverage concealer, and then went ahead and blended this tinted moisturizer foundation thing on with a sponge and a brush in the opposite order that I just mentioned. I applied it with a brush, blended it with a sponge, and I thought things looked great once again. Really happy with it. It applied and layered very well, looked good, really natural, but still covered a lot. You know, it didn't cover everything, but I think it covered enough. Well, I know it covered enough to make me happy anyways. And all day it felt super nice and light and natural and good. It just, when I get sweaty or oily, I'm finding, then it tends to feel like it'll wipe off if I touch my face at all, which is not my favorite feeling in the world, but it does happen. Thankfully, you know, that can go one of two ways. If it feels like it's gonna wipe off, either it will wipe off or it won't. It'll just feel like it, and thankfully this landed in the latter category. At least I thought so based on what I saw at the end of the night. I thought it looked great. It had faded really naturally. I thought that where it had come off, it had a graceful fade to it, and it only wiped off on my finger a little bit when I did my wipe test. So overall, I was really happy with it yesterday. Apologies, I didn't have my salt lamp on. How dare I? But yeah, day 3 here, I went ahead and tested it out with my Guerlain Holy Grail Beautiful Balls primer, as well as, once again, my Mercier concealer, a brush, a sponge. Once again, you know, my face is healing. Let's all be okay with it. And I thought it did beautifully. Once again, you know, was able to layer and do well with the concealer. I thought it looked really good. It looks so nice and natural on the skin. It's just got that very slight dewiness to it, so it looks super natural, but it's not hyper dewy or anything. And overall, it just looks really nice. And throughout the day, it has felt really good with wear. But once again, here at the end of the night where I'm feeling a little hot and sweaty here under the ring light, it does feel tangible, which normally it doesn't if I'm not feeling sweaty. But that being said, I think it looks so nice. It looks super dewy, super natural. It doesn't look oily and greasy. Like I said, it just looks dewy to me, and it looks like it faded really gracefully, but it's still there for the most part. And overall, I'm really impressed and really happy with this stuff. So all that being said, there are pros and cons. There are both. So let's go over them for you, at least from my perspective here after testing this out for a few days. First off, the pros. Oh, there's a lot of them, and oh, they're very nice. It applies very easily, it's layerable, it does all good things, no problems if you ask me. It also has a gorgeous natural finish to it. It's very skin-like, very natural, very good. Yes, I like it. Plus, throughout the day with wear, it's lightweight, it has a graceful fade to it, and it's long lasting. I mean, are you kidding me? Almost 12 hours here with sweat and whatnot? Like, I'm... Hello? Oh, yeah. You guys, it's my feelings calling. They wanted to report that they're pleased. And then the cons, did I fool you? There's actually only one con that I can think of, and that is just that with sweat, maybe with heavy oils, but I'm going more so with sweat. It does feel like it's gonna wipe right off, which I would rather it didn't feel that way because it makes me feel nervous about it. But that being said, just because it feels that way doesn't mean that it's acting that way. So overall, I'm really pleased. I am certainly curious to keep on testing this, you know, see about maybe mixing it with some fuller coverage stuff to get it a little more full coverage, but also just wearing it on its own like this. The fact that it's supposed to be good for the skin, and the fact that I know at least one of Tower 28's products actually works well on my skin, so it makes me think this one isn't going to do bad things to my skin either. So I'm very pleasantly happy and pleased and surprised. I'm really not that surprised. Like I said, since I have such good luck with their skin mist, but I'm just pleasantly pleased, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you found it helpful. Certainly let me know down in the comments below if you have tried out this Tower 28 foundation, tinted skin, I forget what exactly it's called, but the stuff that I've been testing, have you tested it out? What kind of skin do you have, etc, etc. Please let me know all of the things down below. You can also let me know if you enjoyed the video in those comments, or anything else you want to let me know, other products you want to see me test here on future weekly wears. Please tell me all of the things in the comments down below, or you can do so by giving the video a thumbs up down below. I would really appreciate it. And if you're new here, hey, hi, hello, how are you? You can go ahead and subscribe. You can tippity tap the notification bell down below and become a member of my casserole family here on my channel. I'd love to have you here. And as always, I just hope you guys are all doing well. And until next time, just stay well until then.